Hey Vinyl Community, it's Jason. We wanted to do a video here. I got actually a lot of records last week. Like I mentioned last time, I went through a collection. And first let me start about the painting. So yeah, get a little ahead of myself here. This is I mentioned last time I showed the other painting that did a series of 3. I had 2 of them. This is the other one. This one's called Shitter's Full. I've had this one at my house for a few years. This thing is amazing. It's up in right above where my wife's computer is, so it's like you're working on your computer and you see this guy. Like, I don't know, I love it. Shitter's Full. And I was 3, and my friend sent me a picture of the one I don't have. So this is, if you can see it there. I don't know. There it is. A little better. This is Cable Guy. I don't have this one. This one's amazing too. But anyways, so that's another story about my paintings. So I want to start with this is Louis Bonfa. Jacaranda, that's what we're listening to. Paul XL Junkie just showed this as well. This came from the collection I just bought. So I listened to a few records. I'm gonna show a couple. I still gotta go through them all. But this thing is amazing. And this was like near mint. I know Louis Bonfa. I've seen his stuff around. Brazilian. It's usually more like bossa nova, kind of like João Gilberto style. But this thing's super, super funky and just out there. Side 2 especially is like, you can hear it. It's samba. There's some parts where it's like he almost sounds classical. It all centers around his guitar, so there's a lot going on, and a lot of times they'll bring it down to just him playing his guitar, and it sounds almost classical. But there's some like avant-garde moments, really funky. Yeah, kind of like almost like breakbeat stuff. There's so you got Ray Barretto on conga, Ayrton Morieta on percussion, Stanley Clark playing electric bass, Idris Muhammad on drums, and a few other people I don't know. But so good. So highly recommend this. Louis Bonfa, Jacaranda. Yeah, it's a great, huge surprise. Probably one of the, so far out of the records I've found in that collection, that's musically is kind of up my alley and awesome. Always nice to find some good like Brazilian jazz I didn't know about. So a couple other records I had from the collection. This is Miles Davis Kind of Blue. I mean, well, I don't really need to talk about it, but I got it's the original mono 6i. I find this record quite often. This is probably the 4th time I found this one, but this is the first time I found a clean original copy. This thing's a VG++, except for it has one scratch in it. The good thing is it's in between tracks. So most of the popping is in between the tracks. It probably goes on for about the first 10 seconds of the song. It's kind of a bummer on the second side, but still, I'm probably gonna imagine I will keep this unless I need to make my money back on the collection, which I think I should be fine with all the stuff I found in there. But yeah, so that was good. Original, clean, mono Miles Davis, Kind of Blue. So here's the last one I'm gonna show from the collection. This is Herb Geller Octet featuring Mark Murphy and Earl Jordan. This is repress from, I believe, '83 on Discovery. In my experience, all the stuff I found, all the repress I found on Discovery have all been like really good records. So this one caught my eye. Well, the cover caught my eye, and then I saw it was on Discovery, so I set it aside. I wanted to listen to it, and it didn't disappoint. It is a lot of vocal jazz. I mean, it's mostly instrumental, but there's a few minutes in each song that they have vocals. I'm not a huge vocal jazz guy, and it's kind of the way they sing. It's like really loungy, almost like you're in a smoky club in Vegas or something, listening to the way that they sing. But it doesn't distract too much, and I've listened to it a few times now, so that doesn't really bother me. But the music is really good. This was recorded in Germany, so it's mostly German players. I believe the original press is called something else, but it was the original press is in German, and that one's actually a 2 LP. One LP has songs with vocals, the other one has just instrumentals, the same songs. But yeah, this thing is like, I'll do a needle drop. If I do needle drops, I'll do one on this. but yeah, the music's it's good. It's like late 70s. I think it's 77 original press, kind of that late 70s, kind of like jazz funk, but it's almost like the, like it has like almost like an 80s sound kind of to it. That jazz funk. It's really good though. There's parts where I feel like the horn section, they're kind of multiple horns playing the same notes, so it just has like that harmonic sound to it. It's so interesting. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, this thing was dope. So yeah, I highly recommend this. So next I want to show some records. I went to a sale on Saturday with Tone Scott. He hasn't put out video in a while, but I've been texting with him back and forth. He's got busy at work and he's moving, and I know he wants to do a video. Just I think all his records are kind of at his friend's house right now anyway. So, but I asked if he wanted to come down to the sale, and he did. He charged it from North LA. It took him about an hour, almost 2 hours to get here because he hit a little traffic. So the sale started at 6:30, but they opened it a little bit before, like 6:20 I started. It was still dark. So I'm going to show a couple videos. I just took a couple small videos of walking through.
Yeah.
Oh, right, now we got some. Now
Excuse me.
you're gonna have to grab my envelope. Yeah, I just pulled it out.
On his driveway, he puts all boxes of dollar records, and in the garage, he prices stuff and puts some stuff on the wall. It's a pretty nice setup. So this guy, he just goes locally he's been buying collections for years and years, and so he goes out every Saturday. Garage sale has this, garage sale, and he gives out cards, and people hit him up years later saying like, hey, you gave me a card 2 years ago. I got a collection I need to sell, stuff like that. So he usually waits till he accumulates about 10,000 records. He has the sale. My strategy is I get there early and hit the dollar boxes because I've just found some insane records, like really cheap, obscure, weird stuff. So yeah, that's my strategy. I go through the dollar records, and then after that I go inside. Most people just charge inside and start pulling off all the good stuff. He had like the Velvet Underground, unpeeled. That was gone. I don't know who bought it, but I'm sure it wasn't cheap. But so me and a handful of guys, we always hit up the dollar stuff. So he's getting a little more thorough. There's not. I didn't really find anything amazing, but I've got some decent stuff. And he's got so many records that I think he just at some one point he's just over and just throws them in the dollar. I did ask him like, where some good stuff. And he's like, honestly, there's a couple boxes where I didn't even price them because it was getting close to sale and I was just over it. So I think I did start with one of those boxes. I was a little bummed though because I couldn't really see, and I saw some really good stuff in there. Like there was some Pink Floyd. I did check out the Pink Floyd, but there was a bunch of Stevie Wonder. I just assumed they were all beat up because stuff like that he wouldn't put in there. But I did check the Pink Floyd. It was a little trash, but I did pull some other stuff that was kind of clean and really surprisingly clean. I think that was the box that he hadn't priced. So I'm gonna go. So I paid $1 for all these except for the last one I bought. So my strategy is I do the dollar stuff and then I go inside and I'll usually buy like one really good record and see if they got any other stuff. So Leonard Skinner, the first album, I believe this is a repress, but it's super clean. So the Louis Bonfa almost sounds classical, and then he just starts going into it. So I think it's the repress. $1, can't beat that. Next one, this was, actually I wasn't even really to buy this, but he gave it to me. He said, here you go, this is a clean copy of Plastic Ono Band Live for $1, so I bought it. What can you do? I got here Neil Young Zuma, Crazy Horse. This is $1 and it's really clean, so I'm not a huge Neil Young person, but for $1, I can either resell it or give it to one of my friends. Or Billie Holiday, Solitude. This is the second press. the sleeve is beat, like, but the record's actually pretty decent. So this is not the clef. So the clef is the first pressing, and actually I did get that in the collection that I bought. So I do have a pretty clean original first press. So, but for $1, I know I give it to my friend or something. I gotta fix the cover. Buffalo Springfield. This is a comp. Super clean. $1. So I bought it. I didn't know if I have Buffalo Springfield again. I think it's again the second album, really good. I didn't know that was a comp. I thought maybe it was the first. I think they did 3, and I thought it was maybe the first, but it was just the comp. Still $1, whatever. This is one cartoon. I haven't listened to this yet, but Tone actually recommended this to me, and he bought it for me. It has Jimmy Page. I think it shows guest guitarist somewhere in there. Jimmy Page. Let's see. I don't know. He showed me. I don't remember where it says, but anyways, I haven't heard it, but he said it's like kind of like pop folk psych. So it's $5, and Tone bought it for me. So looking forward to giving that one a listen. Country Joe and the Fish Together. I have his second one, which I like. The first one is good too. I haven't listened to this one. I think this is the third album, but his later stuff I'm not really into, so I'm not sure if I'll like this or not. But it's still $1. Country Joe and the Fish. I mean. And I got this one, Graham Parsons, Revis Angel. The sleeve's pretty beat, but actually the vinyl's pretty clean. No scratches or anything. So I think this was one of the ones in the box. He just was over it, didn't price. I used to have a clean copy of this, but I sold it. Actually, I didn't get very much for it. Sold on eBay. Yeah, this thing, it's got splits. But so yeah, I'm gonna give this a listen. I know this is a classic. I didn't connect it with it the first time, but I'll give it another listen. It's like, you know, that. I think he was credited for kind of starting the southern rock kind of sound. So Iron Maiden, Somewhere in Time. I don't really like Iron Maiden that much, but my best friend's a huge fan. And for $1, and this thing is like super clean. I always buy Iron Maiden when I see it because he loves it. And he didn't have this, so he's really excited to get that one. Got a few more here. Them again. I don't see Them records very often. This thing is a little dirty. I gotta clean it. I tried to listen to it. It's pretty noisy, but I think it's just dirt. So stoked to get. I like Them. Van Morrison is amazing. His voice is awesome. Obviously, the first one I believe was the one to get with all the hits on it. But so I got this one, Rain Parade, and there's a little damage to the sleeve, but the vinyl's really clean. I don't know. I just pulled it, and because I thought the cover was interesting, I'd never seen it before, and so I was going through at the end and I asked this guy there. I'm like, "Oh, have you heard of these guys?" And he's like, "Oh my God, that's like one of my favorite albums of all time." So I was all right. I haven't listened to it yet. I think it's from 1983, and it is. It's alternative. I don't know. I'm assuming it's kind of like new wave stuff. Maybe it's a little more rock because it's labeled alternative. So. And then this is the last one I got. So this is the one I bought. I went inside and I bought something. This is still sealed, and it's a promo copy there. So, and it's actually been there. I didn't go to the last sale, but it's been there before too. So it's been there for a couple sales. So I asked him if I could have a deal, and he said he owed me one for helping him out once. So he gave me a really good price on this. But now I'm debating, should I open it or should I sell it? Because if I can sell it for probably twice as much as I paid and then buy a nice VG Plus copy and basically have a wash and kind of sort of get it for free net. So I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you think should I open it or should I sell it and buy a clean open copy for much less? I don't know, let me know. I'm still debating. I almost opened it the other day and then I just like, oh my God, like I can make my twice money and buy one and not have to pay anything. So that was the record sale. So that was really fun to go digging with Tone. If anyone lives in Southern California and interested in the sale, it's usually at least twice a year, sometimes more. It just depends on when he accumulates records. But yeah, prices are good. I mean, they're all over the place, but they're more definitely on the reasonable side. And I always, stuff like that, like I can try to negotiate. He's pretty good about it. So on Friday on the way home, I stopped at the estate sale place, went through, all records I've already seen, but I don't know, my knowledge is always expanding, especially watching VC videos, so I probably passed over stuff. So I bought this Carolyn Franklin, it's $1. The sleeves beat, but the record's actually really clean. I listened to this, it's, you know, it's 73, I believe. I like soul, most of it's like kind of ballad, but there's a couple like really funky tracks on here. And I believe some big DJ spun this in like the 90s, one song off here. I think Sunshine Holiday was the one he spun, but Dead Man was really good. There's a couple really funky songs. So for $1, this was a good buy. Didn't know what it was, but it looked interesting. This is Herb Alpert Rise. I actually was listening to a local jazz radio station and they played Rise, and I had no idea that Notorious B.I.G. sampled Herb Alpert, but he did. I forget which song it was, but Rise is the song. I forget which Notorious B.I.G. song. But it was $1, so I thought, why not? I haven't listened to it yet. I mean, I heard the first song. It's kind of like groovy, really like kind of cheesy 80s jazz, but it's got some nice groove to it, so at least the first song, I don't know, I'll check it out. So these next few stuff I got from Brazil recently. So these actually just picked this up today on the way, half an hour ago maybe, on the way home from the post office. Got some stickers here. Sustos Discos. So I bought some stuff from them. And I got this one. I want to show this one first because this is kind of like a pivotal album, I would say. This is Passo Torto, and this thing is. So I feel like 2011 was kind of the year where the Samba Sujo movement kind of really had two huge records that really came out with define their sound, and this is one of them. And this is a super group. So this has Kiko Danucci, Rodrigo Campos, and Romulo froes, and these guys all do solo stuff, as well as I forget the rhythm section is on a lot of the records too. I can't remember the names, but so it's like three huge songwriters, and this album. So these guys, Passo Torto is a little bit more post-punk. It's like really kind of abrasive, but this is their first album, and it's a little more palatable. It's more towards the like softer like samba kind of songs. Maybe that's Rodrigo Campos kind of more influenced because he's the one who kind of I feel has that sound. But it's interesting listening to this because now I kind of understand what's the three guys. So Kiko Danucci is a guitar player, and he's very like kind of reminds me of a Omar Rodriguez Lopez, like a very abrasive guitar player, and he's kind of the nucleus I feel like because he's everywhere. And the other album from 2011 is Meta Meta, which is also Kiko Danucci. That's Marcelo Gisal and Thiago França, as well as I think it's the same rhythm section as what's in this one. But yeah, Rodrigo Campos is more of like a I don't know. It's like I don't say cleaner, but just a more palatable songwriter, like easier to listen to. His songs kind of are very more, I guess, easier on your ears. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but it's like a really nice atmospheric sound. Kiko Danucci is very abrasive, and then Romulo froes is kind of more towards Rodrigo Campos, where it's kind of like more samba, but I can hear he's the one that's giving that kind of like avant-garde sound in the background, the weird, the kind of noise you hear in the back that just kind of not typical to like a samba song. It's very avant-garde. So I now I kind of understand he's the one who has that influence. So this, happy to get this one. Check this out. This is really good. If you like this one and you like post-punk, you might want to check out the two after, which are a little bit harder to listen to. And I couldn't really connect with them, but still get that. And then the other one I got in the mail is this is the Romulo froes. So this is one of the guys from Passo Torto. And he has a few solo albums, but this one just came out 2018, and this thing's awesome. And that's why I would say he kind of has that avant-garde sound. You can kind of hear it. But when he mixes it with Kiko Danucci, who's very like abrasive, and that gives it a completely different feel than when it's like a more kind of nice samba song with that stuff going on. It's just a different sound. But this thing's awesome. I will do a needle drop probably on this. This is really good. last couple, my wife's friend is here from Brazil. I mailed these to another friend's house. She brought these for me. So this is Rodrigo Campos. This came out in 2018. So this is Rodrigo Campos from Passo Torto, playing with Marcelo Gisol, who's the lead singer from Meta, as well as Amado, who he's a producer. He plays a few instruments on here as well, but and his wife is Seo, but he's not Amado. I don't think is one of the core guys, but he kind of has that interesting, almost like 70s psychedelic sound, but not in a heavy guitar kind of way. More just like I don't know. It's kind of that more gets that more atmospheric sound, which is really awesome. So this was a good combo of 3 really good musicians, and this is called Sambas do Absurdo. This came out last year. This is on Goma Gringa. It's just this. It's weird. This is a 10-inch, and it came in this like thick ass sleeve. Like this thing's a monster. Like I don't know. It's like cardboard, but it's got an insert here. Yeah, this thing's awesome. I really like this one. I highly recommend this. Check this out. This is a little bit easier to listen to, like as opposed to like Passo Torto. Even though that album is not too bad. It's post-punk. If you're into that, I'm not a huge post-punk person, so it's not really what I'm looking for. But that was really good. So I might do a drop on that one.
Que faz o rei cantar. Pra não ter de cantar. Pra não ter de sambar. Na avenida, no sal da vida. Na música, no Éden. Na purpurina, o amor de velho. Fiquei maluco, sem pé.
This is the last record I'm going to show. This is Amado Maita. This is a repress on Discos. The original is goes for just stupid money. I think I bid actually on original on eBay once, like $400. I don't know what I was thinking, but I wasn't even close. It sold for like $700. So, but this thing's awesome. Glad it finally got repressed last year, late last year, I think December, November or something. This is good. This is like kind of, it's not jazz, but it's very jazzy, and he's, he sings. He kind of almost has that like vocal jazz kind of sound, like Frank Sinatra or something. But it's a little bit less in that kind of loungy direction, more of just like a lead singer of a band. But yeah, it's got a lot of jazzy parts, a lot of nice percussion. Obviously, it's kind of like more jazzy samba, not too samba. Those other ones are more, you can hear more prevalent samba. This is a little bit less, but more like jazz leaning. Yeah, this one's really good. Highly recommend. That's pretty much it. Still going through the collection. I got a lot of records in Brazil still waiting for me, so those should be coming in a few months. And yeah, I'm still buying a lot of really good stuff come out of Brazil. Maybe I'll post an article. That was the top 10 albums from Brazil, and Romulo froes is #1 on the list. There's a couple like Ava Rocha, she was on all the lists I saw. I bought that. That's waiting for me in Brazil as well, so I'll show that eventually. Yeah, so I just want to do a quick update. I was also I'm thinking about I'm putting myself on a budget, so I'm gonna start doing $50 a month. So I'm probably gonna be sticking maybe just 1 or 2 decent purchases a month, or buy go buy stuff cheap in the garage sale and get more. If I sell some stuff, then I'll be able to use that to buy records. I just need to put myself on a budget and just kind of see. I don't know how much you guys spend. I try not to overspend per record, but I don't really ever think about how much do I buy per month. I try to be good. I know when I'm spending too much, I cut back, but now I'm gonna have a hard $50 a month and see if I can work within that. Yeah, maybe I'll probably do a video once a month, if I can. Maybe I'll do one once a month, just show, hey, I bought 1 record. Anyways, so yeah, thanks for checking it out and listening to some Louis Bonfa, and shitter's full right here. Cheers.